Hello, friends of Syracuse Opera. Alexandra Deshorties here, back with Coffee with the Artists. And we have somebody new to talk to today. This is Aaron Crouch. Hey,
Hello.
Aaron. Hi.
Hello.
And he is playing the part of...
Don Ramiro.
Okay, Don Ramiro is the prince.
Yes.
You're the prince in La Cenerentola, Cendrillon, or, Cinderella.
All the different names.
Yes, many different names because it's kind of a timeless story.
Yes.
And we've all heard about it. We all know about it. And there are many, many versions, including this one, which is Rossini's version, which is much closer to the original French version, where there is no fairy godmother, there's a wizard fairy kind of godfather. It's not the evil stepmother, it's the evil stepfather. I mean, it's a little different, it's a little more grown up, and it's a little more, it's taking into account a lot more of a slightly more modern setting. So you were always a singer, you are a singer and an actor. I have heard you sing, you have a phenomenal voice.
Thank you.
I get so happy when I hear like young, healthy, especially tenors.
Thank you.
It's really nice to hear, and I love the dynamic on stage. I love your energy. So for you, how is this whole profession thing? It's been a little tricky, right?
Yeah, being an opera singer is its own thing in my head. I mean, I grew up singing gospel music, and it's a very different thing than singing opera. Anything that involves microphones automatically, kind of takes away that difficulty of like having that stamina that involves exactly. Because when I grew up singing gospel, I didn't really have a vocal technique, and I just sang, and it was for fun, and it was a spiritual thing. And now it definitely is for fun, and there definitely is a spiritual experience when it comes to singing opera, but there is also that very academic and routine and athletic part of it. And so that I have to sleep at a certain time. I can't eat certain foods. I have to be awake at a certain time. I have to take a certain amount of time to like warm up, which is so annoying.
Take care of your body.
Exactly.
A lot of people do not realize this, and I want to point that out because a lot of people have this. We were talking earlier and in other interviews that I've done about the difficulties that opera singers have to convince the public to understand that we are respecting a tradition, but we're trying to get rid of convention. And opera is not some fat lady with a horned helmet.
Right.
Every opera singer of any value or that are good that I've met have all been athletes. We're very athletic people. We have to move, sing, support. We have to take care of our bodies. There's a lot of things we cannot do, and it has to be respected. And yes, there are the odd bird or the freak that can do anything, but usually that runs out. It's a capital, and then one day you hit that wall and you're done. That's what explains like these phenoms that disappear, or health issues, or So for you, opera is like this merger, basically, between an instinct that is the best possible world and an exploration of a more academic and disciplined environment.
Yes, absolutely. That was perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself.
But on that note, no. So, but what do you like? Where does Aaron, do you like theater? What are all these other things that you like?
Well, when it comes to just me as a human being, I'm very interested in like movies and stuff like that. I love the science fiction genre. I've always been into like very vivid things, make believe, all the things happening on the screen that doesn't really happen in real life.
Right.
I definitely think that there's an aspect of that in opera.
Oh my God,
I relate that to, like we're creating these crazy stories on the stage.
There's some stuff that happens where I'm like. You can't come up with anything crazier than this.
No,
it can really be.
And honestly, I would say since being an opera singer, a professional opera singer, it has become like probably 80% of my life all the time. Like I'm always either watching operas or listening to operas. I really enjoy it that much that it has become like a big part of my life that I don't really do a whole lot else. I mean, I try to be...
hobbies?
I mean,
I just put you on the spot. No hobbies.
No. My hobbies really include like spending time with my friends. And I love food. I love to explore food.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to talk more about that in another area.
I am a very extroverted and outgoing person, and not when it comes to like not a big partier or anything like that, but I love going to like amusement parks. I love I'll do an occasional hike every now and then. Love exploring different cities, but definitely a big foodie.
Yeah, I'm a huge foodie. I mean, like, I'm so glad about the new season of Top Chef.
Oh yes, I'm always watching. I'm always watching a cooking show or cooking competition.
The Great British Baking Show.
Yes,
I love that, and I
yes.
try to bake a lot,
Yes.
even though I'm more of a savory cook, really.
Same.
But I bake.
I don't bake very much.
I bake. Oh, I bake.
That's another thing I would do with friends. Like,
yeah, it's nice.
Like, let's just make
maybe one day we'll do a food and baking segment, like for Syracuse Opera.
That
like,
would be great.
You know, I'll have to macerate some ideas.
Write that
now,
down.
how are you doing, and how are you relating to your character right now? What's happening with that here in rehearsal?
Well, this character is very interesting to me because he kind of is and kind of isn't the exact stereotype of a prince in some ways, at least the way that we're going about it. I think when we first meet the prince, we see this guy who's just like curious about this lifestyle that these other people are living.
Right.
He's definitely been cooped up in his big old castle most of his life, and I think he is very caught off guard by being swept off his feet by this servant girl. And I think he's very interested in what it means to experience a slice of life that isn't necessarily a part of the royalness of it all.
The normal life experiment for him.
Exactly.
Like,
and
it's like, whoa.
I definitely can relate to that in some ways. You know, growing up, my parents are pastors, and that's not royalty in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, them being in charge of a church, I definitely grew up feeling a certain pressure to live a certain lifestyle, a certain way, and feeling pressure to please certain people. But, you know, as I began to like go to college and, you know, just kind of forge my own path and really being so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to experience life in my own way, it's really cool to see how everyone around you kind of eventually starts to get with the program. And even him having the confidant, you know, that he finds in Dondini, who's just willing to go with the flow on this like kind of big old hijinks of, you know, playing the part of the prince and stuff like that. I think it's really cool.
Nice. Well, it's, you know, I think that you guys look like you're having tremendous fun. I know that a lot of these opera are so much fun, and I remember rehearsing a lot of, unfortunately, tragedies. I never got to do many comedies, and I always regretted that because I love comedy. I always ended up being the straight man, and it was always really hard because I always wanted to play goofballs, which I did when I was in school, and I did some theater, and I played parts in Molière. I would always play the weirdos and the goofballs, and then when I went into opera, though, it was always murder, mayhem, dying, drama, consumption, children being murdered, and I was always like, could I have like just this much of
a little bit of laughter,
you know, dressing up as a frog? I don't know, something that is not me, like crying on stage and stabbing people and, you know, running around with like a bread knife. Just this much, not like the heart of a newborn or something. I was like, oh my God, could we laugh here? But yeah, so I'm very envious, but at the same time, as an audience member, as somebody who's not singing right now or anymore, and watching this, it's a beautiful thing to watch people exploring also humor and meeting all sorts of different people, and it's really wonderful. And so, but thank you for indulging us, and thank you for coming here. And so we have 2 shows, one in Binghamton on April 10th and one in Syracuse on May 1st. So tell all your friends, come and see Aaron. He is truly wonderful, and he's also a wonderful actor. He is slipping into his next role for Blue, is that right?
Yes.
And it's in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Right, and that's a new opera, and we know that he did the world premiere in Glimmer Glass, so he's a tremendous young actor as well. Come and see him, come and see our whole team. April 10th in Binghamton, May 1st in Syracuse, and bring all your friends, tell everybody about it. This was Coffee with the Artist. I'm Alexandra Deshorties. I'm going to sign off now, but please share, say hi, and I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. Bye, everyone. Bye.